Marios for our feet. Alright, here we go.
Uncle, I don't think either of us are... No.
Disappointing, but expected. Just a big 20 there. So, this being standard mode tournament... Oh gosh, quick map check already. Had a Crystal 5 at Eastern Palace, a non-important Pennant in Desert, and a Crystal at Tower Hera.
Someone's a little bit impatient to find out where they have to go.
I can't necessarily blame them. With the amount of times I've found the bow and escape in this logic version, I kind of knowing what Eastern Palace is right away is pretty nice. Of course it's the Cane of Berna, dude. It's always the Cane of Berna.
I'm not going to argue because this is one of my favorite items for the escape, so...
It's pretty fun, I do agree. Full magic drop off the first guard, so he can just go nuts using it. Ooh! Not too bad a first item there.
Yeah, Mire is really, really nice to find for just navigation later in the game once we get to the Dark World.
Yeah, even early on, as soon as you pick up Zelda in the cell, you can use the Mire and just start right back at the castle. They don't have to be walking out of it at all.
A really nice time save there.
Yeah, this being standard mode, they will have to go down to Zelda's cell to rescue her and kind of do the whole escape sequence with her. Usually, it used to be in standard mode where Uncle would give you a sword always because, well, that's how it works in the standard game, but for this tournament, his item has been randomized to any weapon, really, that can clear escape. So you might see a hammer, you might see the Cane of Samaria, or even bombs, which is probably the harder one to do.
Bombs is hard, but it's still a nice one to get just because if you can hold on to one of them, you know you can clear the back of escape.
Yeah, and some of the items you get here may make it a little more difficult to farm 4 bombs before getting there, such as the Cane of Berna here, or Samaria. I wouldn't say the bow. The bow would make you probably get too many heroes for that.
Oh yeah, it gives you like 30 of them. Arius unfortunately running out of magic and having to get the, I guess, checkpoint refill, as it were.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. I think he went a little too hard on some of the enemies farming for bombs at the start here. If you run out of magic and you can't get down to Zelda's cell to the next checkpoint, that's really unfortunate. You gotta save and quit out. Luckily, the devs have made it so that if you need to save and quit out, or if you die, in fact, you'll actually get a portion of your magic back, depending on what checkpoint you are at in Escape. So, seeing as the checkpoint was at Uncle, he's going to get all of his magic back, but he'll have to do all this stuff again, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the Blue Cane is a little bit tricky just in that regard because it does have like a really large upfront magic cost. So unfortunately, if you have to reactivate it once or twice because you turned off a little bit early, it can also burn a lot of magic.
Yeah, you only need to do 4 activations of it to fully clear, but I mean that's if you're also not farming for bombs.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's something you're really hoping for here.
Yeah. Schwartz did realize that they had the Mire. Good, make sure to use it right at Zelda's cell to get all the way back. Saving that last bit of magic for the Key Rat coming up. Looks like he's not going to bother trying to do any sort of bomb farming. There are a couple magic pots. I believe there's a total of 5 under pots once you get past the throne room area. So if they wanted to go slightly out of their way, they could get a little more magic to maybe take out all the rats in this room that Schwartz just left. There's like 6 or 7 rats that like to congregate in the top right. And if you have the magic to spare, it isn't too bad of an idea just to see if you can hit them all with the cane to get that bomb. Oh gosh, that was really close.
The rat decided to run at the last second. It's like, nope.
That rat really wanted to get out of there, but just barely had enough magic to grab him. And no, not getting a bomb. We're not going to be able to see the escape chest just yet.
Yeah, Schwartz definitely just going to come back here later. He's not going to risk having to redo part of Escape.
The most unfortunate thing would be if that happens to be our first glove back there, they won't be able to take the shortcut through the tomb. They'll actually have to walk back through the throne room and through all of Escape again to get back there, but that'll probably be a last resort thing. And very nice hook shot right off the bat here.
I've heard of the possibility of that happening. I've never seen it. I'm not sure if I want to because that's kind of it's kind of mean to the runners.
Yeah, it can be pretty tough if like the flute is back there maybe, because that'll speed up your initial traversal, overworld traversal a lot. And it gets a bomb off the first green guard.
Naturally.
Oh man, that stinks. I guess it was the second, but it was the first drop. Arius didn't use the mirror, right? Did he walk out? I'm pretty sure he walked out.
I think he walked out just trying to find more bombs.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe. There's a nice 300 rupees on the lumberjack pledge today. I don't think we're gonna see it for that reason.
I don't think so either. Agnum is not worth that kind of time loss just for 300 rupees. Could probably farm that out of the cave near desert faster than actually killing Agnum.
Oh yeah. Another bomb from the pickle. Got one more bomb, and you won't have to go open up. You won't have to go buy any, but oh, Arius gets a nice magic drop right before going into the rat part of the sewers, but isn't interested up to go up there and take out the rats, I guess.
Schwarz kind of almost doubled back from that sword. He started walking back down. It's like, no, wait a second, I want that. So he's got a consistent weapon now.
Arius gets a 20 drop, but decides not to go grab it. I don't know. Alright. Well. Oh gosh, nothing. Oh well. He went up to take out those bats with the cane. The bats actually don't drop anything ever. Arius, if you're watching this, don't worry about killing bats for drops, because they won't drop any.
They have to stay light to fly.
Oh yeah, that makes sense, actually.
Alright, Blind's basement.
Shore's got three bombs from somewhere. Were they in like the Oh, they were from somewhere. I didn't see where they were from. Well, there's three
Those
more.
are 3
Nice.
bombs. I think he just got a bunch of drops from enemies.
Nice lamp. No dark rooms today.
That's a pretty respectable basement. A little bit of security and avoiding dark rooms.
Well, everyone loves to see the free as heck lamp, but you know, it's also telling of potential Aghanim, though I don't know if they'll be worried about that right now. So many other things to check at the moment.
Yeah, that is a bit of concern if you actually have to go through Aghanim to get Dark World access, or at least access to part of it. Master Sword already.
Well, speaking of Aghanim.
Oh no, game.
Oh, GFE stating that the single bomb might have been the stun prize, and that's actually really good to know early on.
Never have to buy bombs for the entire game.
Yeah, I'll say. Oh, doesn't get a chicken clip there, but also doesn't soft lock with it too, so I guess that's fine.
Unfortunately, no bottle to check Sitkid while we're here.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty annoying to come back to. Oh yeah, looks like a single bomb was indeed the stun prize. Very nice. I'm glad both runners checked that early on. If you get a hook or a boomerang and you're running low on bombs, make sure you check that drop. It's actually pretty substantial, or it can be rather. I mean, if you get fairies or full magic, that could very easily change how you attack certain spots in dungeons.
Makes face smashing through everything much easier.
Oh, for sure. Just a full heart on the race game. I think with, what, 5 hearts already in blue mail? Yeah, we're not really interested in that. I mean, even if I had 3 hearts, I don't think I'd be interested in that.
Extra health early is nice, but I don't think they're going to need it.
Alright, Schwarz, show me a cool little hook trick here. You can hook the chest, just pushing the center block here. And you can complete all of this in one trip. It's super easy with the mirror, but it's more fancy with the hook shot. There you go. That's how you do it.
That's a really appropriate find. The water-based area giving you the flippers.
Yeah. It's less funny than them being in the the flooded portion, but I guess that's fine.
Someone lost their flippers while swimming.
Now, if I didn't already have the hook shot, I'd probably take that boomerang to check the stun prize, but yeah, no really need for it right now.
I'd personally have picked up the red boomerang. Just being able to stun the Gibdos in like Skullwoods is not required, but it's a nice thing for a couple of rooms, like the stupid statue pushing room.
Yeah, that's true. I can definitely appreciate that. You can also it makes menuing from hookshot to hammer a lot easier.
That too.
There's our power glove.
So I'm curious if he's going to head up to Ice Rod and head back to the escape from there, because I don't think they're going to check Zora with their whole 63 rupees.
Oh, well, in we go. Looks like we're going to get the island and the hobo check here. Red potion. If you happen to be in the area, like maybe walking to Ice Palace from the Dark World for some reason, maybe that's worth mirroring on top of the grab. I don't know.
This is where it's going to be the only bottle accessible, and they're going to have to pick it up because Sick It's going to have something.
Well, there you go. Arius is gambling that the race game does indeed have something. It's just a full heart. I'll probably end up grabbing it anyway, since he's already made half the trip.
Hobo just giving us some rupees.
Funny enough, the flippers, when we found them, that actually gave us access to Western Dark World if they want to go through Agno. The glove does that too now, but it's a pretty funny thing. We can get all the way around to Hype Cave if we really want to, but...
Still need to find that moon pearl to be able to do anything, though.
Oh my gosh, I'm a dummy.
I won't be surprised if we see it soon anyways, just... There's not too many... I guess it could be an Eastern or Sasrala, but...
Oh wait, hold on, I saved myself. I factored that into my statement because it'll be on the pyramid, that's it.
Okay.
Saved myself. Ooh, that 300's tempting, yeah, he's gonna grab it.
It's really unfortunate that that's not actually going to give him enough for Zora still, though.
I can't disagree with this. I would totally go grab that 300 right now. Or maybe save it for when I have to go do Zora. I'll just come up to Zora when only having 200 rupees because I know this one's still here waiting on me. I don't know. It's
really
probably
depends.
Worth grabbing.
It really depends on if he wants to save and quit from Zora. So that way he doesn't have to come down here, do a loop, head back up, talk to Zora, walk back down again.
Yeah, that would be a little annoying. These Moldorms are giving Arius the business. I mean, even when you have a long sword, these guys are still like impossible to hit, I swear.
It's usually easier to just hook shot them, just get in the same column as them and fire away. All right, Escape. What did you deny us earlier?
We do actually have access to East Death Mountain right now. Wouldn't surprise me if that's where they went next.
Well, so much for the island bottle. We got our B.
I'm a little disappointed, not gonna lie.
I'd imagine they could. I think Schwartz is probably going to head up to Death Mountain. Yeah, that seems safe. I'm a big fan of heading to Eastern relatively early, but I can definitely understand Death Mountain as a very, very favorable option.
Right. With how front-loaded seeds seem to have felt recently, it wouldn't be too bad trying to wait on the bow, I think.
That's fair, just to be able to clear in one go, especially since it is a crystal.
Yeah, but I mean, of course it's randomizer, who knows?
It's a great idea until you get that one seed where the bow's in Eastern.
Right, it's in the big chest.
No worse item than a vanilla item.
It's like Arius not interested in checking out Escape and go straight up to Death Mountain. Yeah, they can do all of East Death Mountain. Not in the Dark World, of course, but they can also finish Hera if they wanted to.
Might as well at this point. It is a crystal, so.
Yeah, I kind of have to question which one you want to do first. If you go up to Hera first, you can just hop off Hera and then come right over here to the bridge and do right side. But if you get something over here, that might make Hera a little easier. I don't know, Hera's already pretty easy. What could you get? Maybe another sword or the hammer to take out the boss?
Yeah, Tempered Sword would be fantastic to just kill Moldorm really quickly.
I mean, if they get the hammer here, it's an easy loop up to Hera anyway. Oh, there's 300 and the Moon Pearl.
Alright. If they get the Titan's mids, then they can definitely check Dark Death Mountain while they're here.
That'd be super convenient. I don't know. I kind of... I don't know. I started a thought and then ended it.
Alright, he's going to get a boomerang anyways for Gyptos. He didn't pick up the red one, but got the blue one. Oh, speaking of Titan's mid, I found it.
Oh, and there's the flute inside the Paradox Cave there.
What?
Well, suddenly we have Mire and Desert access. Or at least the Mire area, maybe not the dungeon itself.
So I guess Schwartz should have gone up to Hera first, gotten the Titan mid, then coming over here would have been able to do straight into Dark Death Mountain from
Yeah, look
Spiral.
at that. That'll save Arius a little bit of time.
Death Mountain definitely worth it.
Gotta go down to the basement. Oh well. I'd rather have to do it than have to gamble on it.
Yeah, leaving Heron without basement completed is not fun.
Desert without book. Yes, you can get into desert because you can mirror into desert from the Mire area, which they do have access to with the flute and the mitts. And the mirror, I guess. So we may not be seeing that book for quite a long time, if ever, because they already have access to desert. I guess the desert is a pennant anyway, but...
To be completely fair, you just kind of don't want to see the book anyways.
Can't argue with that.
If you don't get it, the game can't expect you to check the tablets.
Yeah, the two tablets on like the opposite sides of the world. That it's always a pain going to either of them.
Go climb the mountain now, head down to the desert at the bottom. Specifically in the Dark World, too.
Yeah. Ooh. Turtle Rock is a pendant. Ice Palace is the green pendant. And our other 5/6 crystal is Skull Woods.
So this means there's going to be an item in D-Rock, right?
I mean, that's how I understand it.
There always seems to be an item in Turtle Rock. Doesn't matter whether it's a crystal or a pendant.
Alright, Alright, one item in here was an arrow upgrade in the basement that I can't imagine either of them are going to pick up. That's right. So we're still on the lookout for one more, though already having the flute and the Titan's Mitts out of Death Mountain, I can't imagine there's anything too important here.
Well, we're going to have to wait until Moldorm to find out, because Arius hasn't found the other.
Yeah, and having already done the basement, we know Moldorm will be dropping it. I like the pot strats from Schwartz here. If you pick up a pot, or I guess pick up anything really, and then touch a crystal switch, you actually gain all your full movement speed back. It's a little weird. It makes dodging these tiles easier. If this is how you want to spend your time.
I mean, if you don't have any coffee, you might as well.
Alright, down goes Moldorm. 3 Master Sword spins, it all it takes. There's a red potion. Okay, now we really don't need the one from the island.
Yeah, this is going to be one of those seeds where it's like, here's all the bottles. Had one the other day where it's like, we actually had all 4 of them at this point, like sub 20.
Oh, nice. Oh, Arius, you're not going to be able to go this way without the hammer. But do not forget to check that side. Yeah, make sure you hop down and go around.
I think that's kind of an easy spot to forget. I think it's like, you generally prefer having the mirror to get up there, or you're just going to make that crossing in the dark world where there isn't the pegs, so...
Yeah. After Arius gets the Moon Pearl here, we're going to have a lot of extra items to check on East Death Mountain, because we already have the hook shot. We'll be able to see what TR's medallion is, though we know it's a pendant, so we're going to hope we don't have to go in there.
Alright, almost... Yeah, almost Schwartz's turn for Moldorm here. Cleared everything out, so...
Well, we're going to be seeing Sick Kid here pretty soon, I think, because they're going to have to go activate that flute, and hopefully they'll check on him.
It's actually quite convenient being able to do both at the same time.
Yeah.
Then again, you do walk past Sick Kid a lot, so...
I will say, having the mirror before actually going to the Dark World, it feels pretty rare to me, but it's going to be actually pretty convenient.
We'll be able to just do the entirety of the SAS Dark World loop immediately on finishing with Village of Outcasts for a change. I'm curious if anyone's going to just go up and check Graveyard Ledge too quickly. I think that's definitely something you want to try to save for boots, but...
I don't know, I feel like when you have... it's really hard to say. They'll probably skip it for now, just because going down to the Hype Cave area just feels so much more lucrative. There's so many more items. That, and I think they're going to be checking out the desert area anyway first.
Yeah, that seems fair. It's just a case that, Graveyard Ledge, I think, has traumatized everyone at one point or another, so...
Well, you're not wrong. Right, on the Dark Death Mountain we go. Gonna get a cool little hookshot strat here through the blocks. When blocks are moving, they're pretty much non-existent, so you can use items through them. You can also use the mirror to kind of eat the blocks as they're being pushed. It's a little funny. But you can shoot the hookshot or the fire rod through the blocks while they're moving. You'll see the fire rod part used in Mire. But the hookshot part right here can help you skip a little thing here. Oh, Arius didn't get it.
I mean, if we're lucky, they won't have to do the one in Mire, but I don't think anybody wants to watch a cutscene.
It's only 14 seconds.
It's only 14 seconds of a screen shaking.
Throw Rock's medallion is Quake, the vanilla medallion today.
So what we're hoping for is to never see that.
Powder?
I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting to see it right there. Oh, there it is.
Well,
That's a bit delayed.
oh god, having both streams hookshotting like really quickly was a little disorienting.
The good news is, if they don't mind losing their Dark World portal, they could also grab the Bad while they're over here.
Yeah, that may very well be actually really tempting to do. Had a hammer on Bat the other day, I believe. And I think with the myths, it won't be that bad just to get right back to your portal.
What did the hookshot just do to that tree there? It grabbed
went
it.
through it, and then you moved slightly, and that suddenly worked. There must be like a big hollow hole there.
I don't know. I don't even know why I question stuff sometimes.
Oh, Arya's saving frames there on going into the graveyard because they can pick up the black rock rather than the white rock.
I guess it builds up.
Gotta save time when you can.
All right, sick kid. Stealing all of his money. His piggy bank belongs to us now. All right, looks like we're gonna get the Desert Mire area check straight away from Schwartz. Not gonna mess with Village of Outcasts at the moment.
I definitely like this. Let's see if we can take a glance at the Mire medallion being, I think it was Quake. That's actually super convenient. With the hookshot, we actually can get in there, can't we?
Yeah.
We can do all of it, actually, except the boss, huh?
We just need that red cane. Unfortunately, nothing good in checkerboard in and of itself.
Arius looks like they're going to be doing the whole Dark World area stuff here first, before cashing in those that flute and mid stuff right away. I don't know. Skullwoods is basically overworld, so I definitely like
Yeah.
it, but I feel like the items are so specific to go check out Desert and Mire area right now.
This is for like a relatively standard issue play though. On getting access here. Go on, George.
Well, it's a promise of boots, I suppose. And it's always nice to know where a required item is, even if you can't grab it right away. Alright, he's setting up a bomb jump here, gets it, and is rewarded with nothing.
A small key. What a surprise from Skullwoods.
I hope by the time we find the boots, the bow hasn't, like, burned.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm curious what they make it out of.
So hopefully the boots are soon enough to where that won't be a problem.
Desert Palace giving them the runaround.
Yeah, it's a little annoying when it does that. It's the book inside desert. And he's out. That's the second item, so we don't have to bother checking the rest.
Uh,
Well,
Well-
I mean, that's access to two more items that are, as we talked about earlier, on the opposite sides of the world from each other. Alright, now Schwartz is going to be trailing a little bit behind Arius as he goes into Skullwoods himself. Never mind.
He's just gonna head straight to Village of Outcasts and probably Thieves Town.
The tables have turned. Now Arius is traveling in Schwartz's footsteps.
Chest game paying out.
Yeah, that's
Not so
too
much in
bad.
the item. I believe the logic still requires Boots to actually finish Desert, though. So I'm not certain if Boots can actually be on pedestal.
Only if one of the keys is on the torch.
Okay, so the logic will actually take into account the item layout specifically.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good to know.
So for those keeping track at home, that does mean the boots can be on the pedestal, I suppose. Schwartz is going to be heading into Pendant Thieves Town. Now I'm curious to see if they will do just the first 4 chests and mirror out, or complete it.
It is a crystal, so in a way, the only risk to completing it now is you don't have the hammer to check the big chest if it's required.
Oh wait, it is a crystal, isn't it? I was just watching a match where this was a pendant, and for some reason I thought this was still a pendant, but luckily it isn't.
To be completely fair, I've seen like an inordinate number of pendant Thieves Towns recently. It's like the game knows everyone's going to come here, so we're just going to make it a pendant, just because you're going to come into this dungeon anyways. Front, not particularly valuable, but unless... Yeah, it looks like Schwartz is going to clear the dungeon.
Yeah, not gonna have the hammer, so if there's an item in the big chest, we won't be able to get that just yet. I feel like with the ability for the small key to be in the big chest, the amount of times you've actually needed the hammer to complete it has been substantially lower. But, I mean, you never know until you find that small key.
Yeah, it appeared Ganon is the type of person that'd be really bad at locking their keys in their car.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what Schwartz is doing.
Going on to the Hellway, that's what he's doing. You could just use Burna here to make this, like, super safe, but also probably the laggiest room in the game if you do that, so don't do that.
It won't actually be faster.
Yeah, and they have powder too, so there's probably not any concern about safety.
All right, Attic, what do you have for us?
Just bombs right when you need them too.
It's like Blind wanted you to destroy his dungeon. Oh no, why'd you let the light in? But you left bombs up there, what do you want me to do?
There is actually bombs underneath the pots in the bottom right there, so if you are out of bombs, you can still access that. I know there's at least one. I don't remember both of them have a bomb in it or not.
I think both of them are bombs, which makes it even worse. I'm really confused actually with some of the safeties they put in this game in some locations, because you've got like the bombs there, you've got full magics all over the place in Turtle Rock, but they didn't give you any full magics in Skull Woods.
There is one full magic pot in Skullwoods. It's behind a bomb wall.
But is it in the back portion with the moth?
Nope.
Of course
Sure
not.
isn't.
So the location you actually wanted it is where they didn't give it to you.
Speaking of not giving us things, we did not get the small key, so we're not going to be missing an item inside the big chest. But it also means that the hammer was required by logic to finish the dungeon, so if Blind happens to drop a major item, we know that it won't lead to the hammer.
Is there a case where the game is basically making you sequence break?
Yeah, pretty much, because no one is going to do this layout properly.
Oh no, I need to leave. I don't have the access to the small key. That's just needed to get the small key.
Schwartz getting hammered a little bit here by these these fireballs, but doesn't really waste too much time.
Having pretty quick and clean fights from both here. Yep,
Yeah.
Blind is down.
Taking a couple hits, but Blind never got away and really wasn't out of hit animation for too long, so nice duo synced up, holding crystals above your head. And we will not be heading back.
Admittedly, a bit of a questionable skill as a thief on Blind, though, given that they only had 20 rubies.
Yeah, I mean, he can lock his own key in his own chest. It takes skill to do that.
Not really, as long as you can lock the door on your way out. I guess it depends on the type of lock.
Alright, on to the digging game. 1 to 30 digs, you will always get the prize here. Both players will get it on the same number of digs, but unfortunately it looks like it's being a little mean.
Digging game, please. And of course.
And it's bombs. Oh no! Escape before the... Oh no!
Not only is it nothing good, but it takes forever to dig and you get caught by the timer. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, with the mitts and the mirror, checking out the lumberjack stuff won't be too bad, I think. So I was gonna go ahead and check that out and probably take the purple chest with them down to the southern area. Alright, this is definitely not making it out of here.
An unfortunate case of both runners getting caught by the text box. Alright, Breadsmith.
Oh, Arius, you gotta go up the stairs. Just nothing from them. Is he going to go check the bat right now? Doesn't look like it, and I guess I can't really blame him.
I think he'd much rather do the South Dark World than have to run all the way back up to the portal, just for going one item location.
Yeah, I can understand it.
And it's going to be really unfortunate if there's something there, though.
Well, if there is something there, I hope both runners get it at like the exact same time, because as of right now, even though we've had a couple differences, it seems pretty even right now. Well, never mind. Arius is checking it.
He's just going to go straight there. And we get 20 bucks.
I can't believe it, dude. I got unnecessarily pumped.
Well, unfortunately, the game doesn't feel like delivering on that.
Alright, so the next gamble we can kind of see here, are they going to check the first chest in Swamp Palace while they're walking past this?
I don't think we're going to see that. Okay, can we find something other than a big 20?
If my only Dark World access was at Aghanim, at the castle gates, I would probably check the first chest in Swamp in this situation. Just because it's such a pain in the butt to get back to.
I guess that's fair, yeah.
I have no idea where Arius is going. Is he coming back this way just to get his Dark World to do the loop down there?
He lost the portal, so yeah, he's just hopping back in that one there to grab Stumpy and South of Grove.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like you could also do this if you just use the portal down there, except they don't have the hammer, so they can't. Never mind. In that case, this makes sense. Anyway, mushroom off the Bombos tablet. That'll be a pretty quick check.
One touch into
checking out
another.
the cave over here. Yeah.
All right, Hype Cave.
We're running a little dry. Give us some ammo.
It'll give us some love. That's ammo.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. It's not progression, but definitely welcome.
It's technically a form of ammo. You swing it, it just doesn't run out, really.
Where is Schwartz going? They going... Are they gonna get the red potion?
They might be getting the red potion.
Oh, they have to go this way, don't they, to get the pod?
Yeah, unless they feel like taking a trip to Northern Dark World.
Well, you can hop off just to the east of Link's house, I guess. You don't have to come all the way down here. But
yeah, that's fair. I forgot about that.
Without doing Aghanim and without the hammer, this is going to be your way into pod. You're going to have to swim across the thing here. Instead of going to pod, it looks like we're going to take a look at the pyramid and maybe Catfish? I don't know. Catfish may be pretty far away.
He probably doesn't want to go into Eastern and pod because he knows where the bow is.
That would definitely make sense.
He's just really, really, really hoping boots aren't going to be in either of those dungeons, because if he can get the boots first, he's just going to go pick up the bow and clear them both at once.
Yeah, that makes a whole lot of sense. Well, I don't know. Without the hammer, we're not going to be able to finish pod, but for Eastern, I do agree. Yeah, it looks like he is going to go all the way to Catfish to see if the boots happen to be this far off the path. I guess he can hookshot across and check the graveyard ledge too if he really wants to.
Might as well do the full loop if you can.
Oh yeah, the mushroom's up here too. You know, I guess that makes sense.
Arius picking up the bottle on the island, but he hasn't done Hobo yet, so.
Oh,
That's a flammable mushroom.
did we get both items in Skullwoods?
I can't remember.
I'm sure someone paying more attention than us would know. I guess if he goes back there, we'll know. Because if he's doing this stuff, making sure he can get the boots before going... to get the bow before going over there, then he'll probably go to Skullwoods next, if there happens to be an item there.
Catfish, unfortunately, just giving us a bit of love at the moment.
Oh, he has Zora money now. Alright, the revenge, dude. Here we go.
Oh man, if boots are here.
Arius just swimming around doing what Schwartz has already done. There's not much he's going to find over here. However, he will get the information about where the bow is on the desert torch.
I'm curious if he'll opt to go into Mire.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It's risky, but it's an option. Oh, it's bug net from Zora.
The fishing net.
I guess that's far more appropriate in this case, yeah.
All right, I guess the book was in Desert 2, wasn't it? And we did see the Bamos tablet, which had...
I think 20 rupees, was it not?
oh, it was the mushroom that lived in the fire
Oh, it
rod.
was a mushroom. Yeah, that's actually required. Wow.
Schwartz is heading back into the Dark World, walking all the way back, coming over here to check out the Graveyard Ledge. Maybe he... You know what? That Fire Rod gives them Ice Palace access. Oh, great.
Everyone wants to go to Pendant Ice Palace. It also allows further access into Pendant TR if it's not a small key.
Oh my gosh. This is... Okay. This is a problem. You don't want to do... You don't want to go into Pod or Eastern Palace because you need the bow, and you know where the bow is. It's just the boots away. And you just gained access to Pendant Ice Palace. Where the heck do you go?
I think at this point I just go to TR.
Just the turn around. I don't have the hammer. They can't do that.
Oh, that's right. I'm being silly. Never mind.
I guess...
I don't know why we thought we had that already.
I guess without the hammer, they can't do too much in Ice Palace, but, I mean, they can still do some. Nothing on the Graveyard Ledge. Alright, Schwartz might be going to finish up Skull Woods then.
I'm apparently bad at this game because I'm forgetting we don't have Red King either. I was so expecting to find it because of the hash, and we don't have it.
No, Schwartz, you can go to the left. There's big rocks over there. Unless you have something else in mind. Okay, yes you do. Alright, not interested in Skull Woods it seems, so maybe they did get both items. Do we know King's Tomb? They cannot get into King's Tomb without the boots.
I'm really curious if he's actually going to Eastern and Pod here, or if he's just going to go down to Swamp. Not Swamp. Ice. The one in the water.
We do have the first chest in the swamp. There's some pretty bad locations that are open up right now, huh?
Why do we actually have like 3 different kind of water-themed dungeons in the Dark World?
Yeah, we have Mire open too. Oh my gosh.
We actually haven't seen the back of Sazral's place yet, so if there's something in here that's going to be really silly.
Oh, that's right. We haven't even been up here yet. It's not too bad, I guess.
It's going to keep taunting them about the bow. You have silver arrows. You can't use them yet. Go find the boots still.
So many options right now of places we can't complete. Oh, dang. This kind of stinks.
This is, as a runner, exactly what you don't want to see. Alright, well, he's gonna check Pod. I guess there's just way too many items in this region to ignore.
Yeah, I guess so. If he does know the newly discovered potion glitch in Pod, you will be able to check all the items in here except the boss. And luckily with the mirror, the dungeon traversal won't be too bad.
I think just about everyone has asked Kiki why Kiki needs rupees, but... Well, the good news is getting the key to just head into the front door here, not having to currently check right side, but yeah, if he's got that potion, he might choose to do that. Oh, of course. Why wouldn't the hammer be in its own dungeon?
Oh, video game. Oh, good. That unlocks more of Ice Palace and Swamp.
Just what they don't need.
We gonna bother with the potion glitch? Now it looks like he's just gonna walk to the back. Oh my gosh, this is also Turtle Rock access. Oh wait, I don't have Kane, never mind.
We're about to find that in the back. Watch.
Oh, are we? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised at all, actually. Oh, somehow that pot did not hit that mini Helmasaur. Yeah, that bomb did though, take that.
Short's having some, I guess we'll say, non-interaction issues over here. First the hook shot on that tree, and now the pot not hitting.
Dude, this guy's invincible. Alright. Top 10 Zelda battles right there.
Harder than actual Helmasaur. Or King. Alright, a few more chests still available in here. Not checking the little hallway type thing there.
It is extremely likely in this situation for that to be a key, unless the boots are down there.
That's not really good alternatives. It is far more likely that is the key, yes. Though.
Because if the boots are down there, you wouldn't have a key to be able to get to Helmasaur, but you could go get the bow and then unlock, the right side where the last key would lie.
That's fair, yeah. It has, or it doesn't force any glitches, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he didn't check this either. Okay. Huh. I haven't been like counting keys. Both of these could be a small key, I guess. Like this one and the one in the back.
Oh.
And he's going back.
I guess we're gonna find out what both of them are.
I'm curious to see what Arius does right after checking out the pyramid here. I think, well, we know that walking over to Pod is the correct thing, but we'll see if they actually end up doing that.
Yeah, the good thing about getting the hammer is they can actually go and do Swamp, which at the very least, while you'd like to go mode it, is still a crystal, so between a bundle of items and actually being able to complete it.
Oh, it was nothing. Alright, so yeah, that figures. The last key is on the right side, the Bollock side. Guess that was a little bit expected, but now we know for sure.
Alright, Schwartz, where are you going?
Good.
Is this
Arius
Swamp?
is gonna be Is it Swamp? It probably Swamp. Swamp does make the most sense right now, I think. Arius is indeed gonna be getting their hammer soon, and gonna be getting a whole lot of nothing else as well. Maybe they know the pot glitch. I want to see it be done. So the thing about not needing the bow to get the right side, you still need the bow to shoot the statue to open up the basement area where Helmasaur is. So even if you can get those chests on the right side via the pot glitch or playing in the Randomizer mode where the mimics aren't there, you still need the bow to finish the dungeon.
And in this case, yeah, there's a room of mimics right before, which unfortunately we can't potion glitch through.
Yeah.
Though, to be completely fair with this game, it's probably a case of give it time.
Arius does not have a monkey. There we go.
Alright, Swamp. What is your first chest after all this?
Even if we do find those boots, we still need Samaria for Go mode. So it's really just the 2 items we're looking for.
Another bottle, naturally.
Alright, so you have the mirror. No. Oh, yep, there it is.
We might see all 4 bottles on Arius. Schwartz has already decided to forgo picking up the one on the island, though.
Yeah, with having all these bottles already, I can't imagine they'll grab that. There's the hammer for Arius. Little confetti slashes there. Yeah, there you go. Let it all out.
Hey, can you have like multiple bees on screen? Can we just go into the game fight and just release like 4 bees on him?
You can. I'm pretty sure you can. There's Bombos. That doesn't do anything.
I feel like that would cause immense amounts of lag, but...
We do know both medallions are indeed Quake, so... And they already have the Fire Rod. Well, at least Schwartz already has the Fire Rod. Arius will need to pick that up. The Fire Rod is from the Mushroom, and the Mushroom is on the Bombos tablet. And Arius kind of did that whole Dark Orb loop before having the book, so they did not check the Bombos tablet quite yet.
Here comes the potion glitch.
There we go, nothing to it.
So, let's find out what is actually over here.
Well, we know it won't be the boots, but if Samari's over here, that'd be pretty funny. The cape, well.
Uh,
For those unfamiliar, since that glitch does seem to be fairly new, you can kind of mess up your camera in a state where it's movable and not locked to one position when you move into the mimic room. And then you can kind of just grab the wall and move the mimics off screen. And since they're not on the screen, the game treats them as defeated or something. And then the door just opens up, so you don't actually need the bow to check those 2 chests there.
oh, dinner plate.
Left side swamp. Got nothing. Who would have thought? Arius having sword beams has no issue with that killer helm sword.
One of like 2 times the entire game, sword beams aren't a detriment.
I know, right? No big key for the big chest, so unfortunately gonna have to back check for that if it ends up, well, if we end up even finding the big key.
Yeah, I believe that this is one of the cases where you can just find it in, well, not find it, but know that it's in the big chest because it would only be locking itself.
Yep, in this dungeon and Skullwoods, there are actually no, there's no big doors, only the big chest. So, the game lets you get 100% of items, but not necessarily 100% of keys. Well,
But
there it is.
is he going to double back to check it, or is he just going to leave it for now?
I feel like in this situation you would, just so you don't have to come back in. That would be the best time to do it, is if you get it in that room.
So those stairs right beside that room have a horrible tendency for deciding to pull you back down them. Is there actually like a precaution against that, or do you just have to put up with getting pulled back down the stairs once?
As far as I know, you can avoid it with the boots, but I don't know if they're like actually mandatory in order to be able to dodge it. With the boots, if you do a key dash into that doorway, and then when you get upstairs, if you push left or right, I know left works, I don't know about right. If you make left your first movement, you can go straight down.
All right, that's fair.
And leave the staircase. But you have to key dash in there, and then make horizontal movement as soon as you get up top first. If I'm wrong, correct me, because I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Very nice one cycle.
Yeah, I don't know, so I'm just curious as.
There was nothing in Swamp Palace at all.
That's about par for the course. 6 items, never anything.
So now we have some really bad decisions to make. Ice Palace is fully clearable. What else does the hammer actually do? He's going Ice Palace. I guess like Peg Cave and Spike Cave are also open up right now.
He's not gonna find the boots there, but Samaria might be at. Did we check Bumper Cave already? Or yeah, Bumper Cave.
I know Arius checked it. I did not see what was on it.
Okay. Well, he's not heading straight there to the cape, so it's probably nothing.
Where is Schwartz going? Is he going to Ice Rod Cave? He has the flute. He could have floated her.
Oh yeah, he did go to Hobo instead, didn't he? Unfortunately, if I remember correctly, this isn't anything.
Oh.
Unless Arius didn't check it. In which case, I'm thinking of a different game. It's a hard piece of art.
Oh yeah, he didn't go back in and check the big chest in Swamp. I don't know if it was an item or not, honestly.
I think it might have been the map or the compass, because he was pretty sure in leaving.
Okay, that's good. I think we're going to Ice Palace now. Nope, we're leaving. I lied.
He doesn't want any of that. I think we might be getting Skullwoods instead.
What you could do here is, I don't remember if there's any more items in Skullwoods, but it's a crystal, so you might as well complete it anyway. And you can also get a pedestal check here because those boots can definitely be on the pedestal. And you have the armament to make Mothula not a pain in the butt. So you might as well do it and get that extra information. Because if you're going to start dipping pendant dungeons, and you know you need to complete them, that can really cut down on time.
You can also go into them with, confidence that you're not wasting time.
Right, Arius finds their bombos. That gives them access to Ice Palace. Unfortunately, we know where the fire rod is, and it might be a while before they grab that.
If there's any point in the race they decide to pick up some safety potions, they'll almost certainly hand it in then. But it could definitely be some time, yeah.
Well, they need to go get all the way to the bombos tablet first.
Oh yeah, they don't even have the mushroom. I keep forgetting that's on tablet. That's such a silly location for it.
Oh, well, they can check it right after this, can't they? Okay, that probably won't be too bad. I mean, as long as they remember to.
All right, Schwartz continuing on to the back part of Skull Woods while Arius is about to go fight his Argus.
pretty sure that bow is going to... Oh god, get grabbed by the hand, dude.
I mean, it's better than when you're already halfway through the room.
Funny enough, that hand doesn't spawn until you actually defeat the jellyfish enemies in that room. There's a sprite limit where it won't appear.
If only they weren't put in such a bad location, then.
Yeah, that's true. So this bomb wall right here, to the right, that does lead to a full magic. It's just so far away from the Mothula area. And it can also despawn if there's too many sprites in this room. Like, you can walk over there to pick up the potion, or the pot that it's under, and it just won't be there.
Oh, that's unfortunate. It's just a really weird contrast with, again, like Turtle Rock, where just before Trinex here have a full magic, and this dungeon's like, no, we don't care. You get nothing.
Every other room in Turtle Rock has a full magic.
Trinex just stole them all. He's like, you know what? I'm the more important boss. I'm gonna take all the half magics.
There you go. Here is our pedestal check. After all of this nonsense, are the booths on the pedestal? We don't know.
Well, okay. Ah.
Okay, Arias did go back into Swamp Palace, and the big chest was indeed the compass.
He also hasn't done left side yet, though, so he wouldn't have been able to tell that prior, whereas Schwartz already did this.
Yep. Makes sense to me. Alright, so not knowing... Oh, I love the bombo strat in this room. It does definitely saves magic. When all these jerks are in your way all the time. We're just gonna use the lamp anyway. That's fine. Really wants this magic on Mothula despite having Tempered Sword.
Even with the...
Get down, Mr. President!
Even with the Tempered Sword, it can still be really, really silly to fight Moth. Getting a couple shots in with the Fire Rod can save a little bit of a headache. The hand was coming for him again.
Oh my gosh. Don't spend attack on Moth, it doesn't work with a Tempered Sword. He's immune to that class of damage. And whatever, these spikes repelled me, but I don't really care.
I'm just gonna face tank everything and kill the big bug. Well, where do you go afterwards, other than back in to check that bottom chest? Because it's obviously got an item.
Man, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'd really be interested in hammerlock spots, obviously, but there's not many of those in the overworld. You have what? Peg Cave, you have Spike Cave, and that's it? Question mark.
It almost makes sense at this point to just go into ice, because there's still 3 items in there, even if it is a bit of a longer check.
Oh good, Arius is going to be getting their mushroom right now, and without anything else to do here, we'll probably go turn it in right now.
It's really convenient with a flute, because you can just literally land on where you need a hand, and you just turn around, here you go.
Oh yeah, it's really great.
That's gotta be like the weirdest thing for the witch. She's sitting outside just enjoying her day, brewing some potions, and then some kid flies in on a duck and hands her a mushroom.
Holding a mushroom, hey! Looks like Peg Cave is the order.
To be completely fair, Peg Cave is just fun to do with, Oh no, they don't have the dash!
They don't have the boots!
Damn it!
It's not fun anymore.
Yeah, it's not fun anymore. Now it's boring. It's like the other sleeper cave.
Well, shucks.
And all that for even less than a big 20.
Oh, they never did. That's right, they never did this. We've Spike Cave, Mire, Ice Palace. Yeah, we haven't dipped into Eastern Palace at all. But that would really stink.
Kind of strange considering they were at Pod.
They were probably way too interested in going to use that hammer, and I definitely can't blame them for that. I think the worst, they're probably really hoping to find the bow before Samaria, because Samaria suddenly puts Trinex on the table, or I guess Turtle Rock as a whole.
I swear I saw this situation. Well, for Trinex at the very least, they still need the ice. Dead Rock, please.
Oh,
They still need the ice rod, so they currently know they're not going to be on Trinex, but that doesn't stop Laser Bridge from being a thing.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure the bow is like all burned up by now. There's probably nothing left by the time they get there.
It's been on the fire for nearly an hour.
Yeah. We finally found the impossible seed. All the way up here to Ether Tablet.
Finally crossing the entire world to check this.
Yeah, at least you can jump down and do Spike Cave right after this as well.
Climbing up a mountain just to get 20 bucks.
What would you climb a mountain for?
A Klondike bar?
A new pair of Nikes is what we're hoping for.
That works too.
Not too bad a Mothfire right there from Arius. Got some pretty nice patterns.
Actually, Moth and Trolldorm have both been really nice in this seed, all things considered.
It's like Overworld is not gonna have anything.
It wants them to go into a pendant dungeon. It really does.
Alright, Schwarz, where do you go? It's Ice Palace. Really does not want to go into Mire without the cane, and really does not want to go into EP without the bow.
Which is going to be really unfortunate when they're in their vanilla dungeons, both of them. Well, not the bow, but the boots in Eastern.
That's pretty close.
Well, they're both relieved that it's not actually a pedestal seat at this point.
I don't know. Knowing exactly where they are, I think would be much more preferable.
Probably, actually.
That way you don't have to check everything in... well, I guess Turtle Rock at the most. Because since we're still missing the cane, you know you wouldn't have to check everything in there. If the boots happen to be on the pedestal, that is. EP with Samaria and Mire with boots. Yeah, why not just put them in the opposite dungeons?
At this point, I'm expecting, like, I don't know, boots in Eastern to get the bow and shovel and Mire to get red cane.
Oh my gosh. Oh no, the bombs!
I hate it when that happens.
Return to sender. Did Schwartz end up buying potions at all? Maybe not, if he's grabbing this extra magic.
Yeah, I don't think he did.
Arius is a nice palace as well. if it happens to be here, this could definitely just be a pretty
Uh,
close race.
Yep.
Both players are missing the exact same things now and have the same dungeons done. Alright, nice pass bomb jump for Schwartz.
I think that's a little...
I think that's
okay.
high. Never mind, what am I talking about? I'm gonna blame looking at the restream for my inability to see if they got it or not.
The pixels are too big.
Yeah. To answer your question, chat, no, they definitely have not checked the same spots, but they are currently in the same place. I feel like Arius has checked significantly less things, like in the overworld, having just found the hammer. But, we know that's great because it's definitely not on the overworld anywhere.
Yeah, he's really hoping that it's in here somewhere. Going to check the big chest right away for some chilled love.
That's item number 2. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to ask if you go just straight to Cold Stare at this point instead of going and checking right side, but I guess that's a no.
Oh, jeez, that's really scary. I probably couldn't make that call. Not right now. I would definitely go and check the rest before heading to Cold Stare. Especially because the logic can require Kane before Cold Stare. So it's entirely possible that he just can't drop it at all.
That's fair.
I don't know, even if I was just looking for the boots, I would still probably full clear it. Because, man oh man, is it a pain to get back to.
Yeah, you've got to go through a couple floors of literally nothing and the stupid penguin and pot room.
This room's impossible, I hate it.
Alright, here we go with the bomb jump to try to get back upstairs.
That is way... Okay, never mind. You can just go that way. For some reason I thought, well, that you can just go from the right side to the left side, but I guess you can go from the right side to the bottom side as well. That looked like a fast enough setup to where that was definitely practiced.
Alright, 3 chests here. Let's see if one of them is what we're looking for.
Now only 1 item left. Even if we find the last item, yeah, we can just get right out of here. We don't even have to fight the boss.
But it's going to keep making us wait.
Honestly, I would have probably just checked the spike chest first. Oh, man! That's the 3rd item! You can get out of here, dude! You can go! It's not here! This is a pendant.
Arius about to pick up their cane.
No! Schwartz, you could leave! Arius, you could leave too! There's nothing left in the dungeon! He's gone! Oh man, Arius has taken a lead. This is a slight advantage, I'd feel. He's checked less spots overall, but he's got the goods, and he's probably going over to Mire right now.
I hope Mire and not Turtle Rock.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, that'll Turtle Rock.
That's not the order we wanted to find them in. We wanted the bow or the boots first. I could keep saying the bow even though we know where it is.
Cold Stare doesn't have anything. I'm pretty sure, right? Because the free sword chest had a rupee.
The piece of heart and the cane.
Oh no, Schwartz might be thinking this is a crystal.
Getting used to actually listening for the music can take a bit of time. I'm curious if we're gonna get some rage slashes after this.
Da-da-da-da, there's your key, so you know the Canis Mire was before this.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
Ice Balls
green.
is pendant? What? I've been had, dude.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense. Why is he going back in? No!
Okay, now there's really nothing left in here.
Alright, we're good, we're good.
Okay, alright.
Is it the true vanilla boots?
There's gotta be two. There's the. No, they're right there!
Never mind.
They weren't even locked behind the cane at all.
Of course it was in Mire. So what does Sazrala have for us? Not Ice Rod, okay?
Oh my gosh. Well, Arius is in Go mode. That's super cool. Unless Turtle Rock isn't dependent at all. We're not sure anymore.
No, Turtle Rock's definitely a pendant.
Schwarz is going into Eastern Palace. Oh no.
The pendant leading him to the wrong place.
Oh no. This is a big, big advantage for Arius. Knowing where the bow is. It's honestly just a mere way out of this dungeon.
That's actually really convenient because you come in here with the cane, you finish it up, you just mirror straight back and run in and grab the bow.
I wonder how behind he feels right now. Oh my gosh, these weren't locked behind. This was not locked behind the cane. We could have accessed this almost immediately after getting the flute. Because, yeah, the flute was on Death Mountain, Quake was on Dark Death Mountain, which they had the mitts to check. Or, yeah, Quake was there, and then they had the hookshot already. They totally could have just gone in here and grabbed that.
I don't think he's necessarily going to feel too far behind, though, because he has been completing crystals along the way. Like, he's already got 4 of them done. He might be getting a little bit of nerves, though.
Yeah, checking his map, make sure he knows where he is. Looking for that big key, and that's all we need.
Never fails when you're in Go mode. Mire never gives you the big key early. No God Mire.
Almost getting that skeleton room right. You don't really need pots to do it as long as you have some sort of ranged weapon. There's the vanilla big key, very nice. Just in time to take the other entrance to the downstairs area.
All the teleporter rides. Whee! Alright, so unfortunately, just because of the order of getting stuff, being that the boots are in Mire, we're not going to get to see the always enjoyable Vitreous getting perforated by silver arrows, unfortunately.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. It's fine. Whatever. You got tempered. And just use the cape and dash back and forth. That's always fun.
I guess that's true. That is the second best strat for this.
Yeah, I can't imagine he forgot where the bow was. He'll definitely grab it right after this.
The bow's a pretty big item. It's the first one on the list, basically. Actually, literally.
Almost gets out of there without getting hit. That room always feels cool to get through without taking damage, because you're just barely dodging both those hazards. Oh, I opened this menu. Wait, the bow isn't here yet.
No Arius, wrong eyeballs.
Okay, Schwarz is getting into Mire right now. be able to find his boots. Oh, getting a little low on health, but I believe Arius bought a lot of potions, so he's probably fine.
Yeah, this looks like it's gonna be a pretty clean fight.
There we go.
That eyeball is now sufficiently sliced and diced.
Oh good, the compass. Now I can find his way to the boss.
I mean, it makes sense. You need eyes to use a compass, so why would you put it in the chest?
Now they'll never find me. These wizrobes always look weird when you're when you're watching at 30 FPS. They're always solid, or they just appear out of nowhere. Because they kind of flash in. Right.
There's actually a lot of effects in games that are like that, and it's always just comical having nothing apparently happening, then suddenly something's there. It's like, whoa, where'd that come from?
Alright, thankfully Arius did not forget the bow. It looks to still be in one piece, that's good. And we are out of here.
Short's having a little bit of frustration run in circles there on immediately picking up the boots.
I definitely can't blame him for that. But that does put Schwartz in go mode as well now.
And Arius is just going to head straight over to Pod and Eastern. Unfortunately, Eastern's big key, I believe, is in that back room after the dark rooms. So, of course, the game's going to make it take even longer. Too many vanilla big keys.
Yeah. It's pretty rare to see all 3 items before needing to go check that chest. But it's also pretty rare to go mode Eastern Palace. The tempered bow. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, Schwartz is hoping to skip the cutscene chest by getting the big key over here, but it is not there. Gotta go back. Nice first shot there to hit that switch.
So with this setup, Helmasaur King is going to be pretty easy as well. Smash the mask off and then single silver arrow to the face.
Yeah, that's just how it is. It's actually, whenever you don't have any like weapon at all, nice armpit shot there. It's bullseye.
Close enough. It's okay. It's good.
Yeah. It doesn't feel too uncommon to get to Helmasaur with like just the fighter sword or something like that. So being able to silver arrow him right in the head for 1 damage or for 1 shot is actually super convenient. Very nice turtle strat there.
Very, very quick turtle room.
Even with sword beams, usually sword beams are cause a lot of pain in that room, but the spin attack taking care of 4 right off the start was actually really nice.
Pausing a moment after recoiling, though. Only getting the tail swipe out of Helmasaur King so far, which is great. Oh, he's just gonna
do it.
Yeah. No fireballs.
Oh, nice pose. With the tail all extended down there. Schwartz doing the dark room strat. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, speaking of the Helmasaur fireballs, if the fireballs come out Breaking the mask actually despawns all the fireballs, so if you know Helmasaur is about to use an attack, you can wait just a moment to see if they're fireballs, and then you can just kind of despawn them and not have to worry about it.
I'm quite happy they did that, because I could just imagine the leg of the exploding mask and having the fireballs in the middle of detonating.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with chat. Arius actually seemed at a disadvantage for actually quite a lot of this race, and then just had the correct pick. That going into Ice Palace really caught him up, and then going into Mire immediately after just really solidified the lead, I think.
Oh yeah. Still not quite over, though. Did they? Oh, Big Q was in the first chest in Eastern.
Oh, was it really?
Wow, okay. I'm being silly.
That's fine. I think they went all the way around because they still had 2 items left to find, maybe?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think the big key chest was an item, and the big chest was also an item. Oh yeah,
All right.
not taking the green pendant gamble was also pretty good.
That's really unfortunate what led Schwartz over there instead of just going straight to Mire. Was he was like, all right, I went through the entire process of going to Ice and killing Cold Stare for this thing. I might as well just check, because if it's here, I really can't afford to put it off.
Yeah, and then turning in the green pendant also just led him straight into EP, unfortunately. Just really hoping to go mode Mire, I guess.
Not like you could go mode this Mire anyway, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Alright, well, with that, Arius is going to be on his way up to GT. And I see that you're already on that.
I was totally prepared, kinda. Alright, for those subscribed to Speed Gaming, or those that have donated 250 bits to any of the Speed Gaming channels, are involved, well, can be put on our silly little leaderboard here for big key guessing. So if you've got a big key guess for Ganon's Tower Big Key, post it in chat here.
Unfortunately, Arius getting trolled by the Dead Rocks.
Of course, it's never easy. Now, I believe this way up Death Mountain to get to Dark Death Mountain is still faster, even if you have to open up the Turtle Rock portal. Faster than taking the lower portal on the mountain.
Yeah, I'm not actually sure of the timing myself, but...
Well, maybe with all the Dead Rock mishaps, it may not have been faster, but it's still probably pretty close.
I think that's largely what matters, is how badly the Dead Rocks treat you. All right, let's find out what silly location the GT Big Key is going to be in today.
I'm more interested to see what emote Speed Gaming Bot gives us whenever we stop the game here. Let's go for Saba. Yo!
Good guess.
That's another
Clearly-
great guessing game you can play.
Yeah, I was gonna say clearly we need another guessing game. The bot emote guessing game.
Amazing. Oh, that was 2, right? Yeah, I promise. I have to just I actually have to keep track of this, don't I?
I mean, we could just math it a little bit.
Alright, Schwartz opted in just a slash. That's fine. If you get a spin attack right off the start there, it's just 2 more slashes with temper. Arius is a little low on health. I know they have a good number of potions, so it probably shouldn't be too many problems here.
Or he can just pick up Sandcard.
Yeah, that's fine too. Sure, why not?
And more hearts. Not picking up that extra key afterwards, but...
Ooh, that's questionable. Honestly, that's a little scary.
Oh, look, more hearts.
That was, what, 7, that is?
Yes, that would be 7.
Alright, cool. I'm not used to having to math.
It's okay, I usually forget to count the torch, so... This is the point where if we were still doing key sanity, we'd start to get concerned.
Well, if all of these hearts weren't enough safety, I guess red mail is fine too. There we go. Don't see it in the map chest too often. That was 13, I believe?
12?
Ah, crap. Well, anyway, there's our Ganon's Tower big key there in the map chest, and Arius will make his ascend. 12, alright.
This Goria being really uncooperative with Schwartz, unfortunately. Those two going much better.
Yeah. Oh no, taking a hit. Luckily, if you do get hit here, after falling down a pit, your invincibility frames last so long that you can just straight dash across that.
If you got the extra health, you might as well just jump in the hole and run across.
I've definitely seen some people use that as their strat for that room, just to immediately fall off and then get the free dash across. Oh man, this golem's getting away.
Ooh, just narrowly missing that that one with an arrow. That was a nice room.
I'm not gonna go back and get that full magic. I don't blame him for that. It's if you get a drop that you really want at the end of these rooms, you typically just don't care because you're already busy trying to. I gotta go. I gotta leave this room. Also, that fairy drop was really nice.
You also just wanted to go back for drops because of the stupid ice physics.
Yeah, that's true.
I remember the festive seeds.
Very nice. One cycle there on Line Wall too.
The joys of silver arrows. And now for the Wizrobe Revenge room. Nice clear.
Yeah, good shot, but not too bad at all. Doesn't clink off any spears here. This room is the worst if you have a bad controller. Because it constantly keeps trying to push you off of these holes trying to move in diagonals or something.
I can agree with that.
Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything, but I absolutely am.
All right, Schwartz making their way into GT.
Arya's gonna opt not to grab the full magic down there and just gonna use a blue potion. Oh my gosh, getting blocked by this stuff. Whatever, we made it. Alright, Schwartz is in Ganon's tower. Unfortunately, going right side first. Are they gonna continue off the right side? We've got 2 keys. No, they're gonna save a little time this way.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about those extra ones, so or the 4 at the end there. I'd say not going to get that much extra love, but I don't think they really need it. Moldorm 2 continuing to be nice.
Oh, hooking just a little too early there. Doesn't care about trying to find the golden sword. We are out of here, dude.
After having to find Red Cane and, Pendant Ice Palace, you can't really blame someone.
I hate these red skeletons. Probably my least favorite enemy of the game. Honestly, probably more than Dead Rocks. These stupid red skeletons.
The Dead Rocks at least don't throw anything at you.
That's true. Got a double on the first hit, just 1 on the second. Oh no.
Schwartz gets his big key and is going to start his ascent. Meanwhile, Arius is killing Aghanim 2.
Alright, on to Ganon we go. Can't imagine this fight will be too hard at all. Got Tempered Sword, Silvers, 15 Hearts, and Red Mail. I think that's a little more than people are used to in Randomizer, honestly.
Yeah, this barring a fall, this is going to be pretty simple. Unfortunately, falls really don't care about your armor and your hearts, so.
Yeah. Using cape strats here for phase 2 to get through without. Oh, it doesn't get the 1 cycle, but quickly
yeah,
clears it up.
unfortunately, short 1 or 2 swings.
On to phase 3. Got 50-50 teleports. I believe they're 50-50 anyway. And with no upper limit, so he can go as much as he wants to.
Being fairly nice today, though. So, given how Trolldorm and yep, there we go.
It's the torch glitch. Not that I think it would have changed anything if he didn't.
Now, when you've got silvers, you really don't need it. And boop. All right, GG to Arius for making some blue bacon.
Yeah. Some pretty nice gambles there. Skip the overworld, go into the correct place, and you win. It sounds like Randomizer to me.
That's basically how Randomizer works, yes.
Alright, so finished first place with a, well, I don't know about an official time, but an unofficial time of 1:44.12. I'm not in the race channel myself.
It's okay, neither am I. I'm guessing he'll probably be here for an interview, given he's just down another channel at the moment, so.
Let me go ask him. I don't want to just drag him in here if he's not ready, because I think he's been there the whole race. Alright, welcome Arius. Congrats on your win.
Hello, thank you very much for the congratulations. I thought I was like super behind the entire game after that escape. Oh.
It's okay, your opponent didn't find any bombs in escape either.
I ran out of magic on the second blue key guard, so I had to save and quit, and I was like, oh no.
Well, you were really quick to react to it, I think, and didn't lose nearly as much time as you could have.
I know I'm out of magic and there's still one hit left. I'm like, oh no, save and quit. I'm like, and then I felt like I was doing all the overworld in the world. Oh my goodness.
Fortunately, he didn't do quite as much as Schwartz. He did a lot more overworld.
Oh yeah. Ooh. I was sorry.
Go. Oh, I was gonna say go ahead.
I was watching the timer. I'm like, okay, he's gonna press done. Okay, he's gonna press done. Okay, he's gonna press done.
You made a really good play of going into ice rather than clearing too much more of the overworld, whereas he put it off until he basically had nowhere left to do in the overworld. So when you got to Ganon there, this is where another thing happened. You went to Mire, leaving the green pendant on Cold Stair, whereas he went down to Cold Stair, got the green pendant, and unfortunately, while checking Sasrala, decided to go into Eastern.
Oh yeah, see, I was tempted, and I was like, no. Game says Kane. Kane says go. I'm like, okay, I'm going this way.
I feel like in that situation, if you feel behind, skip it anyway, because even if it is the right play, you're still behind. So
Yeah.
you might as well make the play to try to get it a little bit, to just get a little more time there. You actually both found the cane fairly close to each other, and that was pretty much it. After finding the cane, everyone just went opposite directions, and that was pretty much what determined the outcome.
Well, I'm really pleased. I was really nervous. I watched my opponent a few times over the last few days to gauge where I think he was in comparison to me, and he looks like a pretty good player. So I was pretty concerned. Had some respect for him, so I was like, oh boy. But I was confused there at the Master Sword pedal. I remember that I checked for the bow, or checked the Desert Palace, and I saw bow, and I was like, wait, Desert's a pendant. It's impossible for me to require Desert Palace. But then I thought to myself, I have the big key, and I know that. I'm like, I should check this just in case.
Yeah, yeah, you would be right. Since there wasn't a key specifically on the torch, that could totally lead to the boots on the pedestal.
Yeah, I never thought about that that way before, but I was like, wait a sec, this is totally possible. I was like, oh boy. I was really concerned about going to Turtle Rock, but then I was like Kane, Mire, and I was like, if it's not in Mire, I'm gonna obviously then Turtle Rock. I got to go mode Eastern Palace. When do you ever get to go mode Eastern Palace?
I know, right?
It never happened. Like, is it NMG? I don't even know. But no, I had the boots. It was even better. It was great. It was a really rough seed to play though. For your first tourney match. Oh, my nerves were shot the entire match. I was like, oh, I don't know where the items are. It felt like it was like 30 minutes before I found progression.
GG to the Schwartz, finishing up his fight with Ganon and picking up his Triforce.
That's a pretty close race.
Yeah, it was definitely pretty close. We'll check to see if they want to join us.
So aside from it being a kind of rough seed, was there any part of it that you thought that you did particularly well in?
Not escape, that's for sure. I felt horrible after escape. Overall routing was genuinely pretty good. I got to check lots of locations. Oh, I got to do that fun trick in pod with the potion.
Yeah, we were questioning whether one of you two were going to be doing that, as obviously didn't have the bow going in there. Schwartz actually didn't do that. He just opted to not sequence break there. Unfortunately,
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was going to say unfortunately it didn't turn up anything. So
I was so annoyed with that hammer. Oh my goodness. I think I dropped a bomb. I was so mad.
You left
I
it
think
what
you
it
did.
deserved.
That hammer was super trolly. I feel like most of my boss fights, I don't think I died anywhere that I didn't intend to. So
it definitely appeared to be a clear run. So
All right, Schwartz does not use a microphone, so we will not be getting them in here, but maybe they might pop in the chat. So if we want to ask them anything, it might be there. I'm not sure.
0 deaths. What up? That's great. 3:28 menu time. That's good time. I feel like that's pretty good for a 1 hour 45-minute seed.
Well, I know you said it was pretty bad, but I honestly thought it was pretty generous. Early on, you guys had the Mire and the Myths and the Flute before ever going into the Dark World.
Yeah, there was some good items early on for sure.
I think one of the big things we were kind of concerned about was you getting the fire rod. I don't.
Oh,
Was it actually required?
for Skullwoods,
Moth
yes.
was, yeah.
Goldwoods, yeah. As I'm just looking at it, it's like, I know there's something. But Schwartz definitely got that much sooner than you did. When he had access to the book from Desert, he went to got that mushroom pretty quickly and basically handed it immediately. So that was kind of a point where we, for quite some time, felt that he did have a lead, as it hinged on how long it took you to get down there and do the same thing. But that was one of the overall locations you checked. So
Yeah, no, that's good. I was kind of a double short. If Moth was a pendant, I wonder if he would have went to Ice Palace sooner. It's a tough place. Like, even if it's, I don't know, tough either. Thieves Town was good. I overall, I think it wasn't that bad of a seed, but it was definitely super trolly. And
it definitely made you run all over the place.
oh
looking
my
for stuff.
goodness, didn't it? Even with the flute, it felt like I was doing nothing but traveling. I had frequent flyer miles. The duck would be really happy. Does the duck have a name?
Sway duck.
Swag duck? I want to think of a name for it, I think. Paul or something. But yeah, I think I've rambled on enough. Thanks for having me. I'll put it away.
Yeah,
All
no
right, well.
problem.
Thanks for commentating. Thanks to the trackers who tracked stuff, and thanks to the restreamer who restreamed. So that's great. Thanks everybody.
Yes, and congratulations. And I won't see you in the 1-0 bracket.
Oh, no,
Maybe in the
you weren't
1-1, we'll
successful?
see. I was not.
Oh, you'll get it next time. Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, have a good one, guys.
See you. I think with that might actually call it for us. I want to thank my co-commentator, Voidborn Beast. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mikon, for joining me.
And shout outs to our tracker, GFE12. Did a good job. I am actually pretty okay with the green pendant, like, not being it, because it was actually really funny when it happened, so don't worry about it.
It was a very, very impressive turnaround all of a sudden, so it built up quite a bit of hype when we saw that drop. It's like, oh!
And as for other races, I believe one just started not long ago on Speed Gaming 4. Link to the Past NMG is starting right now on Speed Gaming 2. Shantae is starting right now on Speed Gaming 1. and Super Mario Sunshine on Speed Gaming 5. So, big variety of stuff to watch right now. And on this channel, specifically, in about 1 hour, will be another randomizer match.
We'll also have another one in an hour on ALTTPR 2. So a lot of randomizer going on right now.
Yeah, so I guess that's all. Thank you all for watching.
Have a good night, everyone.